We're here in the bottom line. You can probably hear the toilet flushing in the background, but I figured this is the perfect atmosphere to... and we got some loose cattle here by the name of Too Slim from the Riders in the Sky, the preeminent Western band that's still alive, although maybe some would say the reconstituted Sons of the Pioneers might give them a good run for the money. But we have with us Too Slim, MCA recording star.
Yes.
The third alter ego of the group called collectively the Riders in the Sky. What brings you to New York, Too Slim?
Well, first of all, Paul, let me say it's great to be here, and God bless you, Paul, for playing our records, and it's great to be here on Ragtime Cowboy Joe's Radio Ranch.
Cowboy Joe's Radio Ranch.
Cowboy Joe's Radio Ranch.
Featuring a Western song that hopefully one of these years might be included on one of your record albums.
Well, hold your breath is my advice to you. If folks think I'm eating with my mouth full, it's because I am. I'm sitting here enjoying a bowl of the finest chili I've ever had in New York City.
I understand this is the only bowl of chili you've had.
It's my first. It truly is.
And will be your last.
I wouldn't venture to say. Who knows what life holds for us? It's one of the things we learned out on the trail, along with it not being the easy way, but it's the
cowboy way.
Right. Very good.
Okay. Now, you were last here in New York in February, and I understand...
February, yes, and we were brought back by popular demand. There was such a groundswell of popular opinion. Everyone was so in love with what we did. They brought us back, and here we are in search of career opportunities and gainful employment.
Now, you played bass with the Riders in the Sky. The rest of the members are Woody Paul and Ranger Doug. And
good boys, and I've taught them real well, and they're doing a fine job playing their Western music.
Okay. What kind of response do you find that you get here versus anywhere else in the country? Is it pretty much all the same to you?
It's certainly not all the same to me. New York has been a tough apple, if I may say that, for us to crack. I don't know why. We've played the wrong venue, perhaps. We've played a venue which shall remain nameless, where the sight lines are hopeless, and you play for the three little waitresses from New Jersey sitting at the end of the bar, and it just doesn't happen there. And but here, at the bottom line, last time in February, it started to happen. People began to understand what we were doing, and we actually got some people that came to see us, and it felt great. And I think it's just waiting to happen, and we'll just see what happens tonight.
So you find that as a town that's in tune with what's happening with country and Western music, New York, let's say, shall we say, lags behind the rest of the nation?
It beats me, because I'm not here enough. I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know what the rest of the nation is doing. I don't know who's lagging where. But, I guess you don't have country radio here. But see, we're not a radio act. We're not a country music act anyway.
Yeah, I think... Right. Well, we have one commercial country station here which plays the same standard pseudo country pop, and occasionally you'll hear a George Strait song or a Merle Haggard song, but very rarely is there any attempt to educate you, educate the audience, or to make them feel that they're really part of a country community. And also the DJs all sound like they went to the same broadcasting school.
Yeah. What school is that? Hey, this is Paul Aaron and the Fabulous Radio Ranch. Hey, here's the latest by Riders in the Sky. You probably won't ever hear that.
Right. Not on my connection. And somebody else just walked in who...
Get back now. How did you get in here? Get back.
A stray cattle here by the name of Ranger Doug of the Riders in the Sky. How you doing, Ranger?
Hi.
How you doing?
Ragtime.
Good. I got your recorded message on your machine. Could hardly understand you. You talk too fast.
Oh. Well, sorry. Ragtime. I'll do better
next time. Ranger Doug, welcome to New York. How do you like the Big Apple?
Oh my God, the traffic! I thought I was gonna go crazy.
Oh, look at that! He's got a red bib shirt on. He's got a sheriff's badge. Coyote Cowboy Company. I know where that's from Colorado. And Ranger Doug is here to sing Western music.
He always sings raggy music to the cattle as he swings back and forwards in the saddle on a horse. That is syncopated, gated, and there's such a funny meter to the roar of his repeater, how they run. When they hear the feller's gun, because the Western folks all know.
What do they know?
He's a highfalutin, rootin' tootin' son of a gun from
Old New Jersey.
Jersey. Ragtime Cowboy Joe.
That will go on the next show.
Great. Immortalize it. First the New Yorker, then the next show. I'm so touched.
Cowboy Joe's Radio Ranch.
Gee, Ranger Doug, we've pushed a lot of beef down the trail, but it's been worth it.
I never dreamed it would come to this. Did you, Slim?
Well, 10 years ago when I hatched the idea, when you and I incubated this wonderful egg, who would have thought what a fowl it would turn into?
Really? Not yet.
So it's only 10 years. It's amazing.
He always sings raggy music to the cattle as he swings back and forwards in the saddle on a horse. What a
good horse.
new trio.
Syncopated gator, and you ought to hear the meter to the roar of his repeater. How they run, yes, run, when they hear the bells come, because the western folks all know he's highfalutin, rootin', tootin', son of a gun from home. Was on the ragtime cowboy. Talk about your cowboy, ragtime cowboy Joe. Do 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 do. Hey, that's perfect.
Yes, yeah. Howdy, folks. This is Too Slim and
Ranger Doug.
with Riders in the Sky. When we're driving our chip-powered Conestoga through the Great Canyons of New York, we keep our radio tuned to Cowboy Joe's Radio Ranch, 'cause it's the Cowboy way. Let's ride, Ranger Doug. Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. Come on, Mom.
It's rodeo time in Jackson Hole, and every Wednesday and Saturday nights, the JH Rodeo puts on a Western show that's great for the whole family. There's bronco busting, bull riding, barrel racing, and calf roping. Wild Western fun every Wednesday and Saturday nights. There's even group and family rates available. And a special bull riding under the Tetons event coming up soon. So enjoy the true flavor of the West at the JH Rodeo every Wednesday and Saturday nights.
This poem was written as a conversation between a father and a son, because there are times when fathers and sons have these kinds of conversations. And though it pertains to the sport we call rodeo, it can be adapted to just about any one of those conversations that we've all had. It's called the reply. Rodeo is a lot like a lot of things, I suppose. But most of all, I'd say it's like a woman. 'Cause it'll take control and it won't ever let go. It'll pick you up and toss you for a loop. Sure, there ain't no feeling like it, being on the hurricane deck of God knows what. But just about the time you figure you've got it licked, well, you'll find a hard piece of dust to land on. And if you're lucky, nothing gets broke and it don't hurt all that much. You see, this rodeo's got a way of building you up and tearing you down, all at the same time. But you won't have time to think about it anyway. At least, not until you're on the road. From this place to no place. The only things in the world to keep you company are a radio that won't play, two white lines that stretch out to nowhere. And it'll hurt you on the inside, too. 'Cause the love you find, if you can call it that, is short and fast and not always all that sweet. It's two blue eyes and blonde hair staring back at your rearview mirror. And even if you do find that special lady to settle down with, well, pretty soon that pickup truck in the driveway and the rigging bag stashed behind the couch, they beckon. You've just got to go. So with a tear or two and a promise that can't be kept, you drive off into the sunset like some forgotten hero from an old black and white western. But if you want to ride, son, well, I can't stop you. 'Cause it's down in your soul now, and even you can't hold it. So just remember to keep your wounds bandaged up and your head screwed on right. Be kind to the ladies and keep your gas tank full. Make sure you're cinched up good and your hat's on tight. Say a prayer to God and let her buck.
I'm gonna saddle up my pony and ride away out where the west winds blow, where the moon is shining down and the cattle prowl around. That is where I long to be. Happy-go-lucky and free, that's me, like the wind that blows across the great divide. Let me straddle my pony and ride again, then I'll be satisfied. I'm gonna saddle up my pony and ride away out where the west winds blow, where the moon is shining down and the cattle prowl around. That is where I long to be. Happy-go-lucky and free, that's me, like the wind that blows across the great divide. Let me saddle up my pony and ride again, then I'll be satisfied.
winds blow, where the moon is shining down and the cattle prowl around. That is where I long to be. Happy, go lucky, and free, that's me, like the wind that blows across the great divide. Let me saddle up my pony and ride again, then I'll be satisfied.
In his sermon Sunday morning at our little country church, the preacher asked a question of us all. If you were certain you can't fail, what would you like to do? Would you try it if you knew you couldn't fall? Well, it got me started thinking about what failure means to me. Now, that's a word that I don't ever use. I've straightened out a lot of curves on this old road of life, but I make adjustments. I don't like to lose. My thoughts went back to childhood days when I was 17. 4 years of college wasn't in my plan. To be a cowboy on a ranch was all I thought about. I never doubted I could make a hand. The day that I got out of school, I landed me a job as a cowboy on the Six's Brandon crew. I was living at the wagon with the other single guys, and my childhood dream was really coming true. Of course, I was not a cowboy. I just dreamed of being one. So I got the lowest paid job on the crew. I was hoodlum for the Coosie. I did chores around the camp, 'cause that's the way a cowboy pays his dues. I washed the dishes, hauled the wood, and harnessed up the team, the first one up, the last to go to bed. I drove the hoodlum wagon with the bedrolls, tents, and poles. I watered and made sure the teams were fed. My team was 2 old horses that would buck too much to ride, but they were fairly gentle as a team. I was settin' on the bedrolls and was rollin' me a smoke. I dropped the reins. The rest is like a dream. As they raced past the Coosie, he yelled, "Son, get out of there!" I landed in the creek bed upside down. They turned that wagon over and then run for half a mile. Beds and tents were scattered all around. I just knew the boss would fire me, but he never said a word, and Coosie patched that harness good as new. We turned the wagon right side up and loaded all the beds. Was after dark before we fed the crew. I never dreamed they'd keep me on, but later on that spring a feller quit and left us short a man. They issued me some horses, and I joined the roundup crew, my first real chance to prove I was a hand. One morning on the roundup, we were camped at Gibson Pens. That country's rough, the stock is pretty wild, and some cattle got behind me and went up a rocky draw, and there I was daydreaming like a child. Oh, I knew that Boots had seen me and was certain Royce had. What I had done's a cowboy cardinal sin. My dream of punching cattle had gone drifting up that creek. I might as well draw up and pack it in. So next morning I rolled up my bed and told the boss I quit. I asked if there's a horse that I could use. He smiled and said, "Son, stack your bed and get back in the drive. You're way too good a hand for me to lose." I told him I was useless. I was going to draw my pay. I reckon I ain't made of what it takes. I'm just a total failure. Seems I can't do nothing right. I seem to keep on making dumb mistakes. He took a drink of coffee and then sat down next to me. He said, "Son, control yourself and settle down. We all have lost some cattle, even old cowhands like me. We saddle up and make another round. If you had to do it over, what changes would you make? Would you do the same thing you did yesterday?" "No. I said I'd stay awake, do what I'm paid to do. The fact remains, I let 'em get away." "Son, just what is failure? Does it mean you've reached the end? It doesn't mean there's no place left to turn. It means you change direction, head your horse another way, and don't look back at bridges that you burn. And the river may look swift and deep now that the bridge is gone, but you can still cross to the other side. 'Cause you can swim the river or go build yourself a boat. When you prepare, the water ain't that wide. But if you turn your horse around and ride the way you came, then you become the victim of defeat. Your life will never be the way you wanted it to be. Start thinking with your head and not your feet. And don't dwell on what can't happen, because you'll never reach your goal. The raging river's always in your way. You can't predict tomorrow, and your yesterdays are gone. All you control is time you have today. Saddle that old pony and get yourself back in the drive. There's pastures you ain't even got to ride. And there'll always be some wily cows to test your cowboy skills, but soon you'll find out where the hussies hide. I'm glad I took old Bill's advice and stayed there in the camp. My life has been a joy beyond compare. And when young fellers ask me how I look at cowboy life, here's the kinds of things I like to share. I found few things are permanent, that failure is a choice. I'm responsible for bridges that I burn. I found that no one's perfect. Everybody stubs his toe. And mistakes are opportunities to learn.
If the desert's bloom would be called a floral symphony, you'd be like 10,000 trumpets in compare. I'll be seeing you in June when the desert roses bloom and the fragrance of their blossoms fills the air. The old cowboy turned his head as he rested on his bed and watched his desert flower walk through the door. He thought she looked so grand as she carried in her hand love letters written many years before. And as she read those letters he had written to her then, when destiny would keep them far apart, he looked at her and knew that she was still as lovely when these precious words flowed freely from his heart. If the desert's bloom would be called a floral symphony, you'd be like 10,000 trumpets in compare. I'll be seeing you in June when the desert roses bloom and the fragrance of their blossoms fills the air.
I want a hand-carved belt and a silver buckle set and a Palomino pony to ride. A Stetson sombrero with 5 X's in the band, a pair of shiftless spurs and a great big patch of land, a pair of Justin boots I'll have with 7 rows of stitching, And then I'll get that flowered shirt for which I've been a-itching. And when they holler, where's your horse? I'll really know I'm pitching, 'cause I've just gotta be a cowboy. I want a bright red scarf and a singing lariat and an old guitar to play as I ride. And while I'm a-strumming, I'll go yippee, yippee, yay. I'll learn to yodel too and go on the air someday. I'll woo a western gal I know, and when I get her landed, Bull Durham is the brand I'll smoke and roll 'em single-handed. I'll rope the moon and stars and have my station wagon branded, 'cause I've just gotta be a cowboy. I want a hand-carved belt and a silver buckle set and a Palomino pony to ride. An old saddle pillow underneath the stars above. I'll live a life of ease on the prairie that I love. I'll wear a pair of Levi pants, the kind with double crotches. Pearl handles on my 44s will come complete with notches. I'll get a drawl and how you all, I'll even wane a notches, 'cause I've just gotta be a cowboy.
I'm Warren Meyer. I'm 29 years old. I'm originally from Nebraska. I'm kind of a wandering cowboy. And whiskey, well, when I take a nasty fall, I'll cuss until I'm blue and get right up and on again just like you're supposed to do. It's not 'cause I'm so brave. All that stuff's just talk. The reason is my daddy says I'm dumber than a box of rocks. Whiskey tends to make me high, and sad songs make me cry, and pretty women break my heart almost every night. I run on beans and nicotine. I'm a real live buckaroo. I smell like a litter of puppies and hardly ever tell the truth.
A guy that's long and tall and he's all dressed up in overalls, that's Newton, highfalutin, Newton from Idaho. If you see a guy that's bow-legged too and he looks cross-eyed and winks at you, that's Newton, highfalutin, Newton from Idaho. He rides all day just rounding up the cattle on a $5 horse and a $50 saddle. If you see a guy that's ready to go and he hollers yippee-ki-yi-yo, that's Newton, highfalutin, Newton from Idaho, yeah. That's long and tall and he's all dressed up in overalls, that's Newton, highfalutin, Newton from Idaho. If you see a guy that's bow-legged too and he looks cross-eyed and winks at you, that's Newton, highfalutin, Newton from Idaho. He rides all day just rounding up the cattle on a $5 horse and a $50 saddle. If you see a guy that's ready to go and he hollers yippee-ki-yi-yo, that's Newton, highfalutin, Newton from Idaho. He rides all day just rounding up the cattle on a $5 horse and a $50 saddle. If you see a guy that's ready to go and he hollers yippee-ki-yi-yo, that's Newton, highfalutin, Newton from Idaho.
I've got a gal in Laramie, Laramie, Laramie. She promised that she'd marry me some Sunday afternoon. I'll take along my lariat, lariat, my lariat. I'm gonna rope my Harriet and make that Sunday soon. I'll tie her in a lover's knot. I'll make her tell me what is what. And when I'm through, as like as not, we'll start our honeymoon. I've got a gal in Laramie, Laramie, whoa, Laramie. I'm gonna make her marry me some Sunday afternoon. In Laramie, that's where I'll be. I'm gonna make her marry me some Sunday afternoon.
Well, I went to town one morning, just a-whistling along the way, to get my little Christmas cards and read the lines so gay. But in the box I found one, and it wasn't like the rest. When I'd read it over, my Christmas was a mess. It read, "Greetings to you, sir, from the good old USA. Your income tax is way past due. This debt you've gotta pay."
Oh, I got tax on my cotton and tax on my car. Been taxed all my life ever since I was born. Here comes Willie Freeman now.
Now listen to me, brother, before this skips my mind. When you think you're way ahead, Uncle Sam's got you behind. I couldn't pay the bill, so I wrote him the same. Now I'm wearing striped clothes with a number for a name. It read, "Greetings to you, sir, from the good old USA. Your income tax is way past due. Work it out, $1 a day."
Boy, you're hard to miss standing there by the wall. You really stand out in a crowd. Patting your foot while the band cooks. Darling, I like your style. You've already tipped your hat at me. Flashed your great big grin. We're 2 steps away from a real good time. So let that fun begin. If you wanna dance with me, well, boy, you better learn to swing. It ain't that hard to do, so don't be making it some big thing. Just slide your boots on across the floor. Maybe you can find out pretty slick, but it won't do the trick. Can't you come up with something new? 'Cause I came here tonight to dance. What's it gonna take? Baby, you made all kinds of moves, except the one you need to make. But if you wanna dance with me, oh boy, you better learn to swing. It ain't that hard to do, so don't be making it some big thing. Just slide your boots on across the floor. Baby, you can find out what's in store, and you can take me back to Tulsa, boy, if you just learn to swing. Just slide your boots on across the floor. Maybe you can find out what's in store, and you can take me back to Tulsa, boy, if you just learn to swing. You can take me back to Tulsa, boy, if you just learn to swing. Yeah. I'm two-stepping Texas blue. I'm a lonesome Lone Star cowgirl without you. I step across this whole darn state to dance again with you. I'm two-stepping Texas blue. A perfect night. The dance hall was crowded. I was feeling just right. The band was playing every song that I knew, and then I saw you. We hit the floor and danced together like we'd been there before. Time passed quickly and we closed the place down. Then you were nowhere around, and I'm two-stepping Texas blue. I'm a lonesome Lone Star cowgirl without you. I'd step across this whole darn state to dance again with you. I'm two-stepping Texas blue. Hiding low, I'm gonna search until I finally know. Was it a dream when I was holding you tight on that special night? Well, I'm two-stepping Texas blue. I'm a lonesome Lone Star cowgirl without you. I'd step across this whole darn state to dance again with you. I'm two-stepping Texas blue. I'd even walk across this whole darn state to dance again with you. I'm two-stepping Texas blue.
Well, it sure gets hot in Texas in the middle of the year. I know I love that Lone Star State, but sometimes it's hard to bear. Don't you get me wrong when I sing this song, ain't no place I'd rather be. But this place I know when I'm feeling low, a little rockin' and remedy. I need a tango in Durango, a little function in the Grand Junction. I won't be feeling bad when I get Trinidad to get some option in my gumption. They say the girls are cute in the Crested Butte, and Lord, I love that Aspen. So I hop in my Eldorado, I hit the Colorado, I'll be swinging in the Rockies tonight. I'm a member from Loveland to the Rio Grande. You don't need no taxi in Cotopaxi. And until you ride, you just let it slide. I need to tango in the wrangle, a little function in Grand Junction. I won't be feeling bad when I hit Trinidad to get some motion in my gumption. They say the girls are cute in the Crested Butte, and Lord, I love that Aspen. So I hop in my Eldorado, I hit the Colorado, I'll be swinging in the Rockies tonight. Here we go, a tango in Durango, a little function in Grand Junction. I won't be feeling bad when I hit Trinidad. Oh, good Lord, that is something. They say the girls are cute when you reach that Crested Butte. So I hop in my Eldorado, I hit the Colorado, I'll be swinging in the Rockies tonight. Yes, I hop in my Eldorado, I hit the Colorado, I'll be swinging in the Rockies tonight.
I know all of you like cowboy songs, so we're going to sing you a medley of 4 of the best cowboy songs we know. Ragtime Cowboy Joe. He always sings ragged music to his Cadillac swing, back and forward in the saddle on a horse that is syncopated, gated, and is such funny meter to the roar of his repeater how they run. When they hear the bells gun, because the western folks all know there is a highfalutin rootin' to the son of a gun from Arizona, Ragtime Cowboy Joe. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, whoa, my pony boy, he always sings ragged music to his Cadillac swing, back and forward in the saddle on a horse that is syncopated, gated, and is such funny meter to the roar of his repeater how they run. When they hear the bells gun, because the western folks all know that he's a highfalutin rootin' shootin' son of a gun from Arizona, Ragtime Cowboy. Oh, you woolly cowboy, Ragtime Cowboy Joe.
Me gotta go pull the pirogue down the bayou. Oh, my John, the sweetest one, me, oh, my, oh. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, the gumbo. Tonight I'm gonna see my Michelle, me, oh. Take guitar, fill the jar, and be gay, oh. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Piano, piano, oh piano. Let's go, Billy, let's go. In the bayou, I'll swap my mind about my John Juanito. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, chili gumbo. Tonight I'm gonna see my Michelle Mio. Take this jar, fill the jar, and be gay. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. When I hear that handsome cowboy saying, darling, won't you be my very own? I'm gonna marry me a cowboy. I feel it way down in my bones. I'm gonna marry me a cowboy, settle down in a little western home. Now I have married me the cowboy. We've settled down in a little western home, and lullabies will soon be crooning for the little one that we will call our own.
There's a little dude ranch out west, the gals all love the best, for everyone is happy there, and there's no gloom nowhere. The boys and gals for miles around congregate for a real hoedown. Out where they throw their cares away, they come to swing and sway. They grab a partner, old or young, for some are slow and some high-strung. Kick the knotholes from the floor. When the music stops, they yell for more. They want to throw their cares away. They all go lee. Hear them how they squeak when they dancing cheek to cheek. They pick 'em up and lay 'em down when Dude Ranch boys sure go to town. The real cowboys are pretty slick, for with the gals they've got a trick. Somehow the gals all seem to fall for a real cowboy who's short or tall. Though he may not look so hot, just what it takes the cowboy's got. Pick 'em up and lay 'em down, them Dude Ranch boys sure go to town. Real cowboys are pretty slick, for with the gals they've got a trick. Somehow the gals all seem to fall. Real cowboy who's short or tall, though he may not look so hot, just what it takes the cowboy's got.
She's not very much to look at, but she's the world to me. To Delaware, Texas, we're gonna go to ride and rope and dance, see the rodeo. If at her the boys keep looking, say, gal, what's cooking? We'll meet you at the Delaware XIT. You gotta quit, fooling around with all these other men. Ain't a bit ladylike, don't want to catch you at it again. You gotta treat me with a little respect, stop wearing out the hinges in the back of your neck. Be a lady when you walk, be a lady when you talk, a lady when you walk and talk with me. Hey.
I'm a cowboy from Colorado. I like big black hats and high-top boots, and I like to listen to Cowboy Joe's Radio Ranch. I can't do that. Oh, yeehaw. I can't do a yeehaw.
You got me wrapped around your finger, and I don't know what to do. Why don't you stay a while and linger, and make all my dreams come true? You don't say yes, you don't say no, I must confess that I'm mighty low. You won my heart right from the start, I promise to be true. Oh, you got me wrapped around your finger, and I don't know what to do. Oh, you got me wrapped around your finger, and I don't know what to do. Why don't you stay a while and linger, and make all my dreams come true? Can't sleep at night, can't sleep at day, you're in my heart, you're there to stay. Want you to know I love you so, I promise to be true. 'Cause you've got me wrapped around your finger, and I don't know what to do.
You can take my ring from your finger. You can go out and paint the whole town. You can do what you will. You are my baby still. But don't ever take my picture down. Let it hang in the corner to remind you that I'll be around. And when I'm feeling blue, hey, I'm coming home to you. Don't ever take my picture down. Party.
take my picture down. drops of water on a foggy window pane. Our lives ran together, I got lost in the rain, and just like two drops of water, it tasted a lot like tears. I swallowed my pride, then I wasted my years. And if I'd only known what a storm life could be, I'd have told you, darling, you got to stay away from me. Hey, just like two drops of water that fell down from the skies, I swam in your sweetness and I drowned in your lies. Hey, now, good morning, Joe. Oh, Bobby. Here comes that boy from Davis, Oklahoma. Oh, now, watch out now, watch out now. Hey, now. It's just like two drops of water on a foggy window pane. Our lives ran together, I got lost in the rain, and just like two drops of water, it tasted just like tears. I swallowed my pride, then I wasted my years. And if I'd only known back then what a big storm life could be, I'd have told you, darling, you got to stay away from me. Hey, just like two drops of water that fell down from the skies, I swam in your sweetness and I drowned. Yeah, I drowned in your lies. I drowned in your lies. Here's looking at you, Wyoming.
Thanks a million, friends. Thanks a whole lot. Looks like we're going to have a lot of fun here at the barn tonight. And to get that fun started, here is Deuce Spriggins right now singing Love, oh, careless love. Deuce, let's hear it.
Oh, love, oh, careless love. As sad as hard on gold is gold. From milkless milk to silkless silk, we're growing used to soul to soul. Such graft in times I never saw. That's why we have the pure food law. 'Cause in everything we find a flaw. Even love, oh, heartless love. I said it's love, 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 careless love. That's sad, it's hard on goalless gold. From milkless milk to silkless silk, we wrecked our love boat on the shore. voltage of desire, while we sigh for wings like Noah does, just to fly away from loveless love. She's got great big blue eyes like the sky, sweet ruby lips and golden hair. Now that gal is gone, and I've gone wrong. She wrecked my life, but she don't care. Well, you know what I said a while ago, Spade's a pretty sick man with that sore leg he's got up there from the baseball game with Woody Herman. Incidentally, we got beat. But tonight we tried to pick out a tune that would be appropriate for Spade since, well, in this spot every time he always plays a waltz. But tonight we thought a more appropriate tune would be Digging with Spade.
No, you mean Spade's dead? He's dead? Oh, Spade's dead?
No, Arthur, he's not dead.
Then let's kill him.
So here it is with James Otis Weibel.
Listen, I didn't mean it.
With James Otis Weibel and Maurice Cameron Hill, the twin guitars, and Digging with Spade. Hope you like it, Spade.
prettiest little thing in 14 counties, I'll tell you right now. Little Mary Morgan. And she's going to do a little thing called the Boogie Blues. I think she does this just a dab of all right. Yes, sir, she just sings a Tom Walker out of it. If you're ready, boys, let's give her a little bit of introduction now. And she's going with the Boogie Blues. Come on in, Mary, honey. Let's get started.
Don't the moon look lonesome shining through the trees? Don't the moon look lonesome shining through the trees? Don't my eyes look lonesome when my baby packs up to leave? Well, I'm gonna find the mountain to call that baby of mine. Going way up on the mountain to call that baby of mine. Have a feeling he ain't coming back this time. Going out to the country can't take you. Going way out to the country can't take you. Nothing out there a man like you could do. He's got a face like a fish, shaped like a frog. When he loves me, I holler, ooh, hot dog. Love him better than I do myself. But I'm all alone on the shelf. He's got a face like a fish, shaped like a frog. When he loves me, I holler, ooh. Love him better than I do myself. But I'm all alone on the
Hey, that was all right. Yes, sir. That last verse, face like a fish, she could have been singing about me.
Direct from KXLA, Harmony Park Ballroom, Broadway, and Manchester and Anaheim presents in person Bob Wills and all the Texas Playboys. Take it away, Bob. Say, one of your old gal friends, professionally speaking, is in the studio. Let's have a nice round of applause for Patsy Montana.
Is that Patsy? Here, hold that. Hold that, Bill. Come over here, Patsy. Where's your husband?
He's here.
I
But
don't
I'm
care. Let me hug your neck anyway.
You know what? I've been wanting to meet you for years and years, and that isn't a gag. No kidding.
Well, what happened in Chicago? Didn't we meet there?
No, I was backstage, but you went out about the time I came in. I met Laura.
You mean
Lee.
out at the door?
No, you was around. Nice seeing you again, Bob.
Thank you, Patsy. You wouldn't do us a great favor, would you? How you feeling today? How's the voice?
Well, as good as ever, which isn't probably.
How about Montana Plains?
Oh, that's Texas Plains out here.
Is it?
Taboo, yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking about your record years to go, child.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't mean to go back too far, but you know what I mean.
Listen, Bob,
used
I
to be
just-
Montana Plains with you,
yeah.
didn't it?
Listen, I just got through singing on Cliff's show, and
Well, that's
I'd rather
good.
hear you sing. That's
Well,
no
I'd
kidding.
rather hear you. Now, if we can decide on this thing right quick, you here? Are you out here to stay? You're not. You're
Yes,
just visiting.
Not sure.
You mean you moved here?
Oh, I love California. I've been trying to get back for 10 years.
Well, bless your heart. I thought Chicago had you completely.
Well, 18 years is enough to spend in the Windy City, don't you think so?
Yeah, I was there a week. Of course, I didn't learn to like it. I know I was there a bad week. And that was Christmas week when it was cold, wasn't it?
Sure was.
What key would that be in?
Oh, Am I going to sing?
Yeah, I want
Well,
to play the fiddle. I want to play the fiddle.
Gee, I reckon we'll change it to Texas Plains, I hope.
You remember? Did I hit on one you don't remember now?
No, I think I remember that.
Only thing is, I've never played it in G. It's either been D or A with me.
Well,
but
but make it A. It's okay with me.
Is it all right with you and A?
Sure.
I ought to know that. You can get in any of these keys. The range there. Okay, Montana Plains.
I want to drink my jam from an old tin can while the moon goes shining high. I want to hear the call of the whippoorwills. I want to hear the coyotes cry.
Don't we all?
I want to have my saddle horse by my side. I'm riding him out on the range. Just to kick him in the side, make him show his stuff inside. Out on the Texas plains. Each night in my dreams, somehow it seems I'm back where I belong. Just a country hick, back in the States, back where I belong. I'm tired of city life and I'm tired of city ways. They're driving me insane. Oh, I wanna go back, oh, please take me back to those Texas plains.
Oh, bless your heart. Now, that's all right, child. That is wonderful.
I wanna drink my java from an old tin can while the moon goes climbing high. I wanna hear the song of a whippoorwill. I wanna hear a coyote cry. I wanna feel the saddle horse between my legs, riding him out on the range. Just to kick him in the side, make him show his step and pride, like on those Texas plains.
silver swing. She doesn't care for all the 80-o. The western folks, they're all sad because she rode away. Swing music called her way from the plains to the city. So gay, now she's a swing time cowgirl, and she hails from the way out there with her 10-gallon hat, high top blue eyes and golden hair. She never knew Cowboy Joe, his ragtime melody.
He always sings reggae music to the cattle as he swings back and forward in the saddle on a horse that is boogie faded gated, and there's such a funny meter to the roar of his repeater. How they run when they hear that fellow's gun, because the western folks all know he's a highfalutin, scootin', shootin' son of a gun from Arizona, ragtime cowboy Joe. He's a man from the west, got bullets in his vest. I want you all to know